Hi guys and welcome back to the channel, and finally we have some solid, concrete movement on the James Bond franchise. So obviously, as we know, Amazon have acquired MGM, we've got Amy Pascal and David Heyman as the producers, and we've had directors such as Christopher Nolan, Edgar Wright, etc, etc, names being thrown into the ring. So we now finally have a director. We don't yet have a James Bond cast yet. Aaron Pierre seems to be Amazon MGM's top contender. Aaron Taylor Johnson, two Aarons, seem to be the fan top contender. I want to do my Who Would I Cast as the Next James Bond video. I'll do it and I'll get it released within the next few days. Hopefully by the end of the week. But right now, as it stands, we have Denis Villeneuve as our director for the next James Bond movie. The reboot for Amazon MGM, and this comes from Variety. So, Denis Villeneuve will direct the next James Bond film. Amazon MGM Studios has revealed, with Tanya Lapointe, which is his wife, she is signing on as an executive producer. So she's worked with him through Dune, in pretty much all of Denis' movies. So that's exciting. That's pretty cool. A husband and wife duo. I like that. As previously announced, Amy Pascal and David Heyman will serve as producers, as I mentioned there. So this quote comes from Denis himself. Some of my earliest movie-going memories are connected to 007. Now, they all say that. Obviously, they're all going to say that. They're all going to be fans of whatever they sign on to. But it's still nice to just be like, yes, we've got a fan who's signed on to direct or write or whatever. I grew up watching James Bond films with my father ever since Dr. No with Sean Connery. I'm a die-hard Bond fan. To me, he's sacred territory. Good. Let's keep it sacred then, okay? Let's not have some tomfuckery going on when you make your joint James Bond film, because I like Denis, but I don't love Dune. I've only ever seen part one. I don't love Dune, but I can appreciate it for being a cinematic experience, very much like the Lord of the Rings franchise. They're not my cup of tea, but I get that they are like fucking way up there in terms of, cinematic quality. I intend to honour the tradition and open the path for many new missions to come. This is a massive responsibility, fucking right it is, but also incredibly exciting for me and a huge honour. Amy, David and I are absolutely thrilled to bring him back, James Bond, to the screen. Thank you to Amazon MGM Studios for their trust. He is a splendid director. Prisoners, Sicario, and Sicario is a very brutal action film, so let's hope he brings that kind of brutality to James Bond. Very much in the same kind of vein as the Daniel Craig films. You can only really go that way, darker and kind of gritty and very, as realistic as you can go, as well as obviously all the, flamboyant gadgets. So from Blade Runner 2049 to Arrival to the Dune films, he has delivered compelling worlds, dynamic visuals, complex characters, and most importantly, the immersive storytelling that global audiences yearn to experience in theatres. James Bond is in the hands of one of today's greatest filmmakers, and we cannot wait to get started on 007's next adventure. So obviously we know that Denis right now is in pre-production for the next Dune Part 3 or Dune Messiah in a couple of weeks' time, so he'll be heavily handed on that, dealing with that. And then I'm assuming we're probably not going to get to see the next James Bond movie until at least 2027. Give it time just to kind of, pace yourself, get it done perfectly, because you, like I said, massive responsibility. You're rebooting a long-running franchise. So this is a big deal. All we need now is who is he going to cast as James Bond? Is he going to go young? Because there's some whispers online that himself and Amazon MGM are looking at. I mean, I know Aaron Pierre is the top contender for the studio. Aaron Taylor Johnson is a top contender for us fans. He did say at the premiere of 20 years later the other day there that he can't talk about the next thing he's working on. Shh, hush, hush. James Bond, possibly. But there's some whispers that Tom Holland is in talks to be the next James Bond. Now, right now you think, shut the fuck up, he's a kid. He's not. He's 29 years old. He just looks like a 16-year-old. He's 29 right now, just on 29 at the beginning of June there. So by the time cameras start rolling, he'll be 30, say, and he'll be 31 by the time the film comes out, almost turning 32, if it's like the end of 2027. So Sean Connery was 33 and George Lazenby was exactly 30 years old, 29 when he got cast. So I get it, they looked like 40-year-old men, no, back then when he does look like a kid. I get that. But Tom Holland, I'm kind of liking that. He's not too young, but you don't know. I don't know. But what do you guys think? Are you happy with Denis? Do you think someone else should have got it, like Edgar Wright or Christopher Nolan, etc.? They could be next. World's your oyster when it comes to, a new studio taking over a franchise like this. So, comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and a goodbye.